How I Drew This.
Hey, Masae.
Hey, Bobby.
So here we go, another How I Drew This.
Yay.
So the whole entire idea behind this one is reflections.
Reflection.
I just thought it was an interesting thing when we see each other's reflections. Now, I have a pretty cool backstory to this if you want to hear.
Yeah, I'd love to.
So my medicine cabinet in my washroom, in my bathroom, just fell off the friggin' wall the other day.
Oh my gosh.
In the middle of the night. I swear, like 2:30, 3 in the morning, hear this huge crash, and it almost feels like there's somebody in my home.
Yeah, that's scary.
I was so tired I didn't bother getting up to look. So if there was an intruder, I would have probably died. I don't know. But it was my medicine cabinet, and then I just took it off, cleaned it up, and haven't had a mirror for the last 2 weeks.
Wow, that's a pretty long time, actually.
And then the other day I went into Kay's washroom and I saw myself in the mirror and I saw my reflection. And it was so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Just to see this mirror image of you all of a sudden, so clear as day, when I haven't actually seen my own reflection.
Yeah.
For like almost 2 weeks. So you can see I outlined the fur. I outlined the creature pretty early on. And the other thing that you can notice here is that the very top of the image, there's no clean, crisp line that outlines it. I use these vertical lines to, where the end of the vertical lines are became the outline.
Oh, it's like a very soft edge.
Yes, because if it isn't a clean, crisp edge like that, it'll give a more of a glowy kind of feel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so those of you out there, try that out. It makes a really cool feeling, and you'll see it by the end of this. You'll see it in previous illustrations that I've done, perhaps. If there's fire, if there's light, things like that, I'll do that, and it makes such a really cool, nice effect.
That's awesome. And I like how you also blocked in the negative space for the legs as well.
A lot of times you see people do this kind of thing where perhaps they are, they're drawing in Procreate, they're drawing in Photoshop or whatever, they do their loose lines, and then they would do a block in.
Right, yes.
Right? Where they can all of a sudden see the silhouette of their creature, their character, whatever it is. And then they can judge it there and go, is that the right shape I want? Is that the exact right shape? It's almost like cleaning up your lines.
Yeah.
But instead, we're using shape to do that.
That's awesome. And you can also figure out more interesting line because I find a tendency that like when I don't do that, it's just the shapes kind of start looking either too parallel to each other or they're just too symmetrical. So this is an awesome way to do it.
The other cool thing that I love about this is that if you are creating a shape to create the outline instead of using an actual outline, a linear singular line, then the shape can be manipulated. Lines cannot. Lines are definite. And if you move it over a bit, you're not moving it over. You're just drawing a second line now.
Yeah.
And now everybody can tell you messed up. But when you block something in, you have more options. Like I could make the shape smaller by drawing even more into the shape.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't be able to tell what my original shape was. That's what I'm saying.
I see.
The other fun thing I did here is just that whole entire, I forget the effect of this, okay, but, or if there is a name for this effect. Put it in the comments if you know who's the biggest, smartest, smarty pants out there to write it down in the comments first. You have an object that has a base color of something extremely dark, like black. But the object is in direct light. So that black is not going to be pure black, right? That's going to be a lighter tone. And then the parts of the object that are in indirect light, the white parts will be just as dark as the base tone of black parts that are in the lights. It comes from this illusion where they show you a cube, they show you a bunch of tones, and they go, okay, which tone is lighter than the other? When they're actually both the same.
Yeah. And I love how the vertical lines, they're separated from the water by doing the horizontal line under. It's like when you really carefully look, you're like, oh, okay, that's what kind of changes the plane of the ground, well, the water technically, and the backdrop.
You know, you mess around with something long enough and have limitations on stuff, and you'll find all sorts of little ways to evolve the way that you do things. It's kind of fun. And there you go, everybody. So hope you like the drawing, and tune in next time.